We are near.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the Nets starting five. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the four-man position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3 set. 2 points. That one goes. And both these teams rely on low post offense doors in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time?
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Harden the pass to Jordan, and it's good for 2.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Lillard looking around. From deep three-point range, rebounded by the Nets.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The drive by KD.
How about Kevin Durant on the dribble drive? What to do with this guy? He's got so many ways he can hurt you.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Lillard against Harden. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pocket 6. And it's Lillard again missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Irving, good.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
But put that, there's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Harden finds Jordan. The kick out to Irving. And stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And the Nets making a change here as well. Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Now here's Jordan. Irving with a clean look from outside off the mark. McCollum against Irving. Lillard from outside. Kanter kicks to Lillard. And it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
A different look now for Portland. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Nets, Griffin comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Durant softly drops in the floater.
Well, let's just sit back and admire the brilliance of Kevin Durant. He makes these floaters look easy.
Brown against McCollum. The pass to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
McCollum with the ball. Now Green defending. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Trailblazers keep it alive. Kanter kicks to McCollum. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Irving up top. He's guarded by McCollum. The kick out to Irving. And the wide open shot from Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's McCollum. Out to Anthony. Fires the three. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's the lob to Brown. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Simons surveying the D. Good work there as it goes. Irving for three. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Brown. Griffin is out there with Harris. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. Here's Simons, covered by Irving. Kicks it out to Jones. Off target from outside. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Brown drives in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Powell against Brown. Just 2 to shoot. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Portland making a change here. Giles is checked in. And a change for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. And here's Harden for 3. Tries again. Harris outside. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Powell. Makes it off the glass. Powell's got his second basket.
This, to me, is where he can be lethal. In fast break situation, Norman Powell's speed's a problem.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. The deep 3 from Harden. Jordan doesn't go that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Jordan with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Lillard with no one around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Nets leading by 5. And then Brown with the dunk.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Round kicks to Harris. On the wing, Harden. The shot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. Then for the Nets, Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Durant subbed in for Brown. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. They get it back. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard attacking. Second shot opportunity. He doesn't hit that one. Harden with the defensive effort. Stolen by McCollum. That's a 2 from Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Harris against McCollum. Takes a 3. Jordan the pass to Durant. Good on the shot.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Nurkic. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. 26 seconds left now here in the second. And that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Lillard. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Harris. 20 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's Durant missing. McCollum against Irving. And it goes down 2 points. McCollum's got 5.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Harden way outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period. And
we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Simons in at the 1. Here's Simons. Harden with it. Outside for KD. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Durant against Jones. And it's blocked by Jordan. It's Harden. Wow, hammering it in.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Out to the right wing. Down low. Covered by Irving. Another shot. Kanter trying to free himself up. He lays it in.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Little's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Out to Anthony. Pass to Little. Goes back up. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Irving for 3. And the Nets another 3. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Irving dishes to Jordan. Second chance shot. Shamet on the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that one's good, Irving.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Here's Simons. He has 6. And here's Jones. And it's blocked by Jordan. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Launches a 3. With the putback. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 18.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
A nice shot by Simons.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
41 seconds left to play in the third. Irving kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Now, here's Shamet. Defense right on him. It's good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Trailblazers trail by 18. Here's Simons. 8 points for him. Kanter. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, there's a physicality and intention to what Enes Kanter does. That's a tough shot.
Now Shamet misses the 3. Here's Simons. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Nets. Luwawu is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Shamet in at the point guard. Shamet up top. Covered by Lillard. And Griffin. Here we go. The shot that time not on target. Trailblazers trail by 14. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Here's Shamet. Outside for Griffin. Green against Covington. Green passes to Shamet. Back to Green. Fires the three. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's McCollum. Dishes it to Covington. Can't cash in from close range. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They led by as many as 18 points. They kick it out to Green. And the call on the shot that sends, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Nurkic. Harden scanning the floor. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Basket good. Nurkic has got 6 points in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Nets leading by 10. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Harden dishes to Jordan. Count the basket.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Lillard outside. Looking to get back on track here. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
The first one falls. Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Irving's checked in.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Now here's Harden. In the corner, Irving with it. Over McCollum. Misses off the right iron. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard left side. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. From outside the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Harden outside. Irving passes to Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 9.
Well, you're allowing DeAndre Jordan to get comfortable. This guy is so efficient as a scorer.
Harden against Lillard. Durant trying to break free. And that one's good. Lillard.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And a deep three from Harden. He can't hit that time. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Disappointing day for him. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Irving against McCollum. Outside Irving. Inside, here's Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. This was a hard-fought. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it. And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now here's Lillard. To the paint. Kicks it out to McCollum. And stolen by DiVincenzo. One-on-one fast break. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot goes down.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
First quarter of play. 1 minute played. Pass to DiVincenzo. To the middle. Here's Lopez. And the rebound by Nurkic. And now Portland on the break. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And here's McCollum for 3. Lillard, the pass to Anthony. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Here's Lillard. Over Holiday. Lillard misses. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And staying with the play, Middleton.
Well, I tell you what, Middleton getting his hands dirty inside on the glass. We know he can shoot it from outside, but inside points are bonus.
Here's DiVincenzo. Finishes the break with a slam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Lillard. Bucket is good.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's Giannis. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Antetokounmpo scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Lillard. Kicks to Covington. Lets the 3 fly. The shot comes out. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. Lopez dishes to Middleton. 1:31 left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Covington. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Takes it out to Covington. The tray. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Lillard finds Nurkic, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Bowles checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Giles. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Teague surveying the D. Anthony against Antetokounmpo. They get a hand on it. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Powell, no one around him. Drills it from outside.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Now Teague. Passes to Simons. Outside, Jones. From deep. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by 1. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
One point lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. Nice shot by Portis.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Portland trailing here. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Giles. Uncovered. That shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Connaughton kicks to Portis. And there's the pass to Tucker. Back to Portis. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Now, here's Cantor. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Giles, the pass to Cantor, and the layup's good off the glass.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Cantor. And the layup is good. Portis has got 6 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
And Forbes kicks to Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Fades. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Simons, the pass to Giles. Here's Simons. Cantor with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Harry Giles. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. He kicks it to Powell. From deep. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lopez outside. It's deflected. And Giannis gets it to go on the assist from Lopez. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Powell. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 2 on the clock over Anthony. And the shot no good, a bit short. Trailblazers trail by 3. A pull-up. McCollum, no good. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Holiday goes in. Count it, good. Holiday's got his first basket.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
Pass to Covington. Kicks to Nurkic. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Took him no time at all on that one.
Man, I like the touch on the mid-range shot by Robert Covington. I mean, he's really good at measuring these shots, and they're a lot harder than they look, folks, that mid-range jump shot.
Now here is Holiday. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. .16 seconds left in the first half of the game. Lillard against Holiday. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. Okay, David, much appreciated, and now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game, a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening quarter. And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Middleton. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Now here is Holiday. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Portland trailing here. Now Lillard passes it to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. Misses from short range.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Takes it from 10. Lopez. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it's Lillard missing.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Holiday against Lillard. Puts the move on. He can't get that one to fall. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Just 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Trailblazers trail by 5. Nurkic finds McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And that one's good. Lillard.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Bucks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Here's Holiday. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Holiday's got 6.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Lillard against Holiday. Back to Nurkic. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Here's Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got his first points of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Giannis inside. Defended by Covington. Antetokounmpo with the bucket. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter. 55 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Bucks leading by 4. Giannis with it. 12 points for him. Misses in close.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. Now just a 2-point Milwaukee lead.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here is Holiday. Nurkic with the steal. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. For the tie. Kicks it out to Lillard. Covington wide open. He fires. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Antetokounmpo. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Portis. Teague out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Simons, the pass to Cannon. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Jones. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Simons, the pass to Cannon. And that's in. Nice feed on the play.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Teague. Now the pass to Forbes. Outside Portis. Out left to the wing. Here's Connaughton, defended by Jones. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Drew Holiday in for T. Powell for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Bucks leading by 6. Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Portis. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Jones. Rebounded by Tucker. And the Bucks, they're shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. And Holiday kicks to Connaughton. Pass to Portis. Back to Connaughton. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And he'll shoot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Antetokounmpo inside. Covington's there. Middleton left side. To the inside. Lopez. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Trailblazers trail by 6. It's McCollum with the drive. Here's Powell, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Ennis Cantor's checked in for Nurkic. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He told us, guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. He also talked about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point of the game.
Foul, the pass to Cantor. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And his teammates love it. Cantor taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
And the shot goes in.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Lillard attacking, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Brook Lopez.
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
T dishes to Lopez. Good!
Big scores like that one are what you can count on from Lopez.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard against T. Yes!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Money!
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
So a close game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
for the land of the...
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the four-man position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the small forward. Now, here's Lillard. The three. Paul George grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That's a shot they're always happy to give, even when he blows the finish.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That's tipped. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. It's tipped. Stolen by McCollum. And they're pushing it up. Here's Powell. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. It's Powell on the wing. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Morris. Shot clock at 5. Here's Covington. Gets a hand on it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there. Staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Now here's Jackson. Down low. Zubac no good. Powell against Jackson. Powell kicks to Nurkic. A three from McCollum. Hands it from downtown.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McCollum, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Jackson passes to Morris. Now Jackson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about the muscle from Jackson on that play? Even with the contact, he knocked the bucket down easily.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac, and it's Batum in for Morris. Kanter finds Lillard. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, man. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Tries yet again. Cousins. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Anthony kicks to Kanter. Kicks it out to McCollum. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And you gotta love McCollum's game. His floater is soft, but then
outside Jackson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Lillard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
I like seeing Lillard go to the floater. He has such a soft release and touch on this shot.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson dishes to Cousins. The putback and the second chance effort by Jackson. 7 points in the game.
He must have had a good warm-up because he's hot. I mean, he's 3 for 4 already, and we're only getting started.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And that one, good.
Now, that's a staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
There's the pass to George. He feeds it to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody...
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. Also, Enes Kanter out there. McCollum is out there with Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The range on Kennard's shot just keeps getting better. He's a real threat at the arc.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rondo looking around. Here's Beverly. Here's Cousins. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Jones. Passes it to Kanter. Kicks it out to Jones. 3-pointer. Headshot off. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Beverly. Lays it up off the glass. Beverly's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Well, that's what they want to see out of Beverly. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup.
Pass to Jones. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. 5 to shoot. Here's Jones. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Kanter. Kanter's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Kanter's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
High post Cousins. Back to Rondo. Puts it up from 12. And it's Portland with the rebound. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Ahead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Beverly. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Shoots over Powell. And it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Lillard. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. That one good for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Beverly. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the pass to Kanan. It's up a 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
It's good from long range.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Now here's Beverly. 1:05 left in the second quarter. Will it go? Nurkic with the block.
This is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Clippers trail by 6. And Covington sends it back. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to man. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Powell, no one around him. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. That one, no good. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what is going right for your team so far?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They showed a lot of improvement in the second. That's all for now.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 2. And here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Zubac. Outside for Rondo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
McCollum outside. Rondo against Lillard. There's the feed to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 10. Morris inside. Covered by Lillard. And that one is good.
How about the strength of Morris, shrugging off the D and nailing the shot?
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. And the rejection by Zubac.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Here's Leonard. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. McCollum's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Rondo. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Zubats. Lillard against Rondo. Passes it to Covington. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Dish now to Cantor. 6 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Outside, George. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Simons, the pass to Jones. Outside Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Great D that time from Batum.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Now here's George. Defense is right there. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Here's Jackson. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Jones is running. And here's Little. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Simons, the pass to Cannon. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson. George has got 4 this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possession. Turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Giles is checked in. Here's the Clippers. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Outside, George. And the Clippers miss again. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And the basket by Jones. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
George up top. To the middle. Here's Zubats. Outside for George. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. They get it back. Zubats and Kennard wide open. He shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Kennard's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. Lillard with it. McCollum outside. Inside. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Nurkic, great positioning on the putback.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic awesome at slamming misses in.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Beverly. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
Beverly against Lillard. Over Beverly. And the shot is long.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Kennard against McCollum to tie it up. Up again. It's good on the putback. It's a tie ball game.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Lillard outside. Feeds it to McCollum. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Beverly wide open. Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for George. Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. To the paint. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Now Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Nice move. And the layup is up and in. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moment.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2. The coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
George is checked in for the Clippers. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. George against McCollum. And George, here we go. Cousins, no one around him. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard left side. Just 5 on the clock. for Jackson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but it hasn't been successful.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
The putback, it drops.
Look at this Panther maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
Now here's Leonard. To take the lead. Off target from downtown. No good.
And arguably the game's most versatile.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. D8.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, we've got Durant. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. On its way from Irving for 2. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. For 3, Harris. Rebound by Nurkic.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And Portland turns it over again.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Harden against Lillard. Harden kicks to Jordan. Harden right side for 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. Jordan finds Harris. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Kyrie just has nasty grips on that basketball. Cuts through the defense that time.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. The offensive rebound.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The pass to Durant. The three-pointer, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Now, here is Harden. Lets it go from 11. That one falls.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Lillard attacking. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's McCollum. The rebound by the Nets. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Open jump shot off the mark.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Powell. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Here's McCollum after the made shot from KD. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Now here's Irving from deep. Harden. Lillard with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Here is Durant, following the score by Damian Lillard. Harden outside. No good off the back of the rim.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
KD passes to Jordan.
Now, Jordan is a force on the inside. There's no denying that. A real problem right now for the defense.
The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
So for the Nets, Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant, and it's Brown in for James Harden. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Irving. Portland making their last shot. Pulls up. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Just a smooth scorer is C.J. McCollum, and that combination of being confident and crafty keeps helping him pile up points in terms of his career statistics. Now he's at the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just 4 seconds left here in the opening quarter. With 1 on the clock, can't hit that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Back to Shamet. Kicks it to Brown. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Griffin's shot is off. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. Here's Simons. Griffin against Kanter. Jones looking for an opening. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Shamet the pass to Luwawu. Lays it up and banks it in.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Powell against Brown. The shot by Powell, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Griffin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Shamet kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. From past the arc. And it's Shamet missing. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Giles the pass to McCollum. Back to Giles. Kicks it out to Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Pass to Griffin. Brown wide open. He fired. And again, it's the Nets missing.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Brown's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Shot from 12, and the jumper is on the mark. McCollum's got 8 points.
Now you give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Now, here's Shamet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Green in the post. He's against Cantor. This one for 3. And it's Shamet missing. For Portland, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to McCollum. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Shamet, the pass to Brown. Back to Shamet. Pass to Brown. From deep. No good on that one. Portland leading by 4. McCollum, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The throw good, McCollum. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Harry Giles. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And a deep 3 from Harden. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Harden kicks to Irving. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Lillard. Count that bucket. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
And so that...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And a little... Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. 3rd quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland, they've got Norman Powell, Damian Lillard out there with Little. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Little. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here.
And here we go, Coach's Challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Harden launches it from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from DeAndre Jordan.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lillard outside. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harden's shot is good.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shot's now starting to fall.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Anthony's checked in. Here's KD. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, life's not fair, right? I mean, that is unfair. You do everything you can to contest Durant's shot, and it turns up to be an up fake instead.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for Irving. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Norman Powell. Lillard against Harden. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Jones against KD. For the lead over Jones. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Count that one.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
1:53 left in the third. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Harden.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Sinks the triple.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So for the Nets, Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons is checked in. Harden's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 4. Inside. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. 1:06 left here in the third quarter. They get the rebound. Claxton. The wide open look for Durant. No good on the 3. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. McCollum against Irving. And Cantor able to finish. And it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass, thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
The kick out to Irving. Over McCollum. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And here's McCollum. 17 points in the game. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. 8 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. McCollum deciding where to go with it. 1 second left. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Portland leading by 10. Anthony right side. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Irving against McCollum. He feeds it to Nurkic. Jordan with some nice D. Brooklyn with the ball. The drive by Green. Banked in off the glass.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Durant's checked in for Green. Portland also making some changes. Little, he's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Nets trail by 8. Outside Durant. KD's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Lillard, and the layup's good off the glass.
Big time drive from Lillard, and the contact. He has the mindset just to slough it off.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone. Kept alive. Here's Jordan. It's Durant on the wing. Shoots over Lillard. Second shot opportunity. And it's Durant laying it in.
And Kevin Durant, great length and using his advantage on the inside.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Lillard against Harden. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Lillard against Harden. Shoots over Lillard. Harden gets the bucket.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Little with the ball. Harris is there. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard against Harden. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded close, and Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space, calm and collecting.
A shot by Harden, wide open, buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
It's stolen by Harris. Here we go, one-on-one. Irving from long range. He can't get that one, and it's Portland the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Powell against Harden. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Powell. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Nurkic. And he overshot that one, missing. Nets trail by 7.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. You know, Kyrie's resume in these kind of moments is full.
Lillard attacking. It's McCollum on the wing. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
KD's shot is off. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block. And the fans clearly don't like that call.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Harden can't hit. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Kicks it out to Covington. Powell against Harris. Powell, the pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it. And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Lillard from outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Shoots over Covington. Trying to get open is Lopez.
No, sir, not today. Don't come in here. Covington not having it.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The 3 for DiVincenzo. And here's Giannis from outside. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Lillard against Holiday. McCollum trying to get open. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Giannis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on his shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Powell. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Milwaukee in the lead. Kick out to Giannis. And yes, it's good. Giannis has got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Lopez. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Not a lot of room. Pocket 2.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Fires for 3. Tries again. And the layup good by Covington. And it's all knotted up.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Holiday looking for an opening. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Holiday against Lillard. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee all alone. The coast-to-coast dunk.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Middleton inside the three-point line, and that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Bucks, P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. Here's Portis following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Shot clock at 5. There's the lob to Portis. Middleton finds Portis, moves back up, and Cantor pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 43% from the floor. And the Bucks miss again. Portland trailing here. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over in the corner, Portis. And again, the Bucks miss. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally. It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Tucker. Portis trying to free himself. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Anthony, the pass to Cantor. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. Now, here's Lillard. He has 6. For the 3, Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
And it's sent back by Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Nurkic with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And it's Lillard again missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Another shot. Portland grabs the miss. It's Powell on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending. A three from McCollum. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Giannis drives in. He can't get it to go. Good D by Covington. Trailblazers leading by 3. Powell, no one around him. A 3-pointer off the mark. Here's DiVincenzo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Covington.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Back to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. And he comes up with the deuce.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
To the inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide-open man. And
it's McCollum off the drive. To the left wing. Here's Simons. That three off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Middleton against Powell. Middleton the pass to Portis. Hits it down to Middleton. Powell with the steal. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. McCollum outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Middleton drives in, and he converts the layup. Middleton's got his first points in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Here's Portis. Great D that time from Nurkic. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum. And Kanter able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time rising up for the dunk.
Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Portis. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And that's an intentional foul. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Jones, no luck. Bucks trail by 9. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Here's Portis. No good, unable to end this run.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Portis. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. Lillard scanning the floor. And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers out in front, up 9. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. To the middle, here's Lillard. Yep, that one goes. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Giannis inside. Covington's there. And Giannis gets it to go. Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard outside. Kicks it to Cantor. There's the dish to Powell. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Connaughton passes to Lopez. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lopez has got his first bucket in this one.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home, extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. Now here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. Outside, Jones. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Giannis inside. Defended by Covington. The Trailblazers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And so they foul intentionally. And the Bucks with some changes. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Norman Powell. Holiday with the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's McCollum. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Holiday. Drops in the layup for 2.
You want to be an NBA point? Take notes on Holiday running that pick and roll. Sometimes taking it yourself is the best option.
Lillard against Holiday. Now, here's Lillard, guarded closely. The basket counts and 1. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Portis is the power on that throw down.
And when the Greek freak takes flight, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Cullen passes to Lillard. There's a minute 34 left in the game. Lets it go from 14. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Bucks trail by 10. Holiday attacking. Down low. The kick out to Lopez. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Oh, my goodness! That was special. Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He dishes it to Cantor. He gets it in there. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Holiday against Lillard. Right wing. Shoots it up. That one a little long. And the Bucks with possession here. Trailing here by 8. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now Middleton shoots over Powell. No good. And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Now, here's George. Pass to Leonard. George against McCollum. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
George against McCollum. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. They grab their own miss. Here's Nurkic. It's good. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Zubac's in the post. He's guarded by Nurkic. 6 to shoot. Here's Morris. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Lillard scanning the floor. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. Second chance shot. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And George with the stop.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
1:53 left here in the first quarter. Outside Rondo. Outside for George. Cousins, no one around him. Off target with his 3.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Lillard misses.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
And that one drops.
And right there, you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
It's Powell on the wing. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Fouling to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes them pay.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Portland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And Anthony drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. George against Powell. Beverly wide open. No good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 3. Passes it to Carmelo. Jones, no one around him. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. There's 10 seconds left in the first. George looking over the floor. He gets that one.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know...
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Oturu in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. With the shot. Cousins, no good. Portland trailing here. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Some coaches might not like taking the three on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Now Beverly. Here's Oturu. In the corner, Kennard with it. The pass to Oturu. On the clock. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Powell. And again, it's Portland converting.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
Here's Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Pass to Oturu. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Passes to Kennard. To the middle. Clock at 4. The rebound by Giles.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Here's Powell. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Inside. Jones against Cousins. Over Jones. And it's Cousins scoring on a gorgeous play.
Aggressive move by one of the most talented bigs in the game. DeMarcus Cousins is focused right now.
Simons surveying the D. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A different look now for Portland. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Nurkic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Nurkic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Stolen by Cantor. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Yep, that one goes in there. 6 points for Damian Lillard.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Makes it off the glass.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Lillard dishes to Little. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony finds Lillard. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Shoots. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the drive. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Paul George really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. They get it again. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Jackson. And Morris throws it down.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Jackson. Here's George. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Paul George. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Lillard with it. He's got 11. High post, Nurkic working on Zubac. Little with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. 6 to shoot. He had a nice open look right there. Lillard's got 13 points.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
And the pass to Leonard. Covington with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Leonard with the steal. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Lillard outside. To the inside. Poked loose. Stolen by Zubac. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jackson.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Such a wide open look. He's got 8.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Right side Jackson. Pass to Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Zubac has got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard outside. Tipped away. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. That ties the game. 1:16 left to play in the third. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 13 to the paint. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's McCollum on the wing. Down low, Giles. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Oturu. High post Cousins. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Beverly. Offensive rebound. And that one is off. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Count that one. Anthony's got it all tied up now for Portland.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Passes it to Mann. Here's Oturu. Beverly for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 3.
That's what they expect from Patrick Beverly. Knocking down the spot-up J.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batuma's out there with Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And Portland has possession. Cullen passes to Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. It's Jones on the wing. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum.
You talk about defensive back mindset coverage from Patrick Beverly. His defense will drive you crazy.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Back to McCollum. The pass to Simons.
And just a loss of concentration there. And they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
When you're thinking about the next play, rather than being in the moment, these kinds of mistakes happen.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. Here's Giles. Jones, that's for 2. Off the left rim and out. Clippers leading by 6. In the corner, Kennard with it. Unloads from 13. Again, Los Angeles.
Extremely fluid on the offensive end. Kennard can score in just about any situation.
Beverly against McCollum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now Rondo. And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Powell, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Nurkic finds McCollum. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
George passes to Morris. And good that time. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He is not happy with the turnover. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thank you, David. George passes to Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Awesome display. Fierce with the level of strength. DeMarcus with the impressive move.
Lillard against Beverly. Out to the wing. And here's Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. The three. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
1:06 left in the fourth. Right side, George. Beverly with the ball. Rebound by Nurkic.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And here's McCollum for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins finds George. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Beverly against Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Paul George. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was a fantastic. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.